So, self love is a topic I wanted to get into because that's a lot of work that I've been doing lately. And I think when we go on social media, that's a bubble bath and a candle and like a Thai massage. And that's what we call self love. And we think that that's us loving ourselves. And while those things are pleasant and lovely and also necessary, I think that is the most superficial way to look at what self love is. I would love your definition of self love and what does that feel like for you?
I mean, for me, self-love is loving me and the essence of who I am. To me, that's self-love. Like we spoke about before, when you become unconscious and you lose your temper or you do things that are not right, having still that compassion for yourself, that you know that you're a good person and that things like that do happen. And for me, the times where well, the work that I've done to try and really get into self-love and to really sit with myself goes again back to meditation. Like, I'll sit in meditation for hours and really just get into that heart center to find that space where I'm connecting with a divine presence and I can feel that and I believe that to be true, and that connection allows me to then really get into the essence of who I am. And then in my eyes open life, I just have this really centered way about me where, I know that I'm enough. And I know that by doing this work, by doing the meditation, by being conscious of my thoughts, by leading with a service mindset, allows me to feel good about who I am. And to me, that's self love. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
great to look after yourself and yes, have a bath and have a massage and do all those things and carve out time for yourself in some way or another. Because I think, for a lot of working parents or people that are looking after kids or whatever, life is busy and being able to take time for yourself is important. But I think getting to the essence of our true self and working on all of our wounds and working through all the muck to get to the beautiful essence of who we are, that is true self-love. And
Mhm.
yeah, that I mean, to me, what more could we want in life than to really be the best version of ourselves possible? And then it kind of winds back to our conversation at the start. Then you're the best person that you can be to everyone that you come into contact with. And I truly believe that's true self-love.
I think you worded that beautifully. I do, because I think when you come from a place of being full on the inside and having that love internally and not looking for others to fill up that cup, like that is true self-love. I think a lot of times if that is at a deficit, then we're in this needy place of we need our kids to validate us so that we feel like a good mom. We need our partner to validate us so that we feel worthy of love or our relationships with our friends, and it's constantly external, or you need certain amount of likes on social media, which is my pitfall is comparison.
Mm,
Operating at a deficit or like at a lack when you have everything that you need internally. So to be able to get into that place and connect with your heart and like feel that love and joy internally separate from whatever else is going on, while not easy, I feel like that is necessary. And then again, that will just emanate like externally from you, and people pick that up, and then those relationships become lighter and more pure and more loving because you're operating from fullness.
absolutely. And I think you bring up comparison, which is, I mean, everyone has to deal with that. And, they're saying comparison is the thief of all joy. We all know it, but we still do it. And one thing that I really sat with for a while that has made me feel better about that is that we're all on our own journey. So, you comparing yourself to someone else, me comparing myself, like that person's journey that we may be comparing ourselves to is completely different to what
Mhm.
our journey is. And what they need to achieve in their journey might we have no idea what their karma is, what they're going through, what's even happening behind closed doors. And as we know with social media, just because we perceive people put out things and we're perceiving them in a certain way, I promise you, and as you would know, a lot of the time that's not what's happening in their house or what's happening in their life. There's a lot more to it. So I think we have to be so careful with that stuff because it's happened to me before as well. You can be in a great mood and then something triggers you, and
Mhm.
then you go back into that feeling less than, not good enough then. But you have to concentrate on you. It's good to look around and see what others are doing for inspiration, but use it
Mhm.
only for inspiration, not for suffering.